Hi, I'm Dr. Mohammad Ali at the Special Technology Zones Authority. The research function at the Special Technology Zones Authority is a core function of the authority which focuses on several pillars. First of which is regulatory benchmarking, then technology sectoral research, market intelligence, and on occasion, due diligence. I'd like to take the opportunity to explain all four of these functions and also provide some examples. In terms of the regulatory benchmarking, the research department provides support for the legal basis for applications, application review, licensing regulations, and other aspects such as fees, fines, and various financial models that the authority utilizes for its core functions. Some of the functions that we have provided in this are the complete basis for how we evaluate licenses, the structure, the approvals, and then encoding them into our computer-based system, which is the One Window portal. Besides this, on the tech sectoral research, we have focused on all of the technology sectors that STZA licenses. In para 17.3 of STZA's rules, there are some 48 technologies which are listed down. However, if we look at these 48 different technologies, there are numerous regulators across Pakistan which look into various ones. For financial technologies, we have the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan and the State Bank of Pakistan. For engineering-based technologies, such as electric vehicles, mobile manufacturing, and others, we have the Engineering Development Board, and so on and so forth. So on occasion, in fact, more often than the norm, we have to conduct regulatory harmonization to ensure that not only are we setting up the criteria for our technology companies to come inside the zones and to license them, but also so that our processes are harmonized with other government bodies. Besides the function of tech sectoral research, we also conduct market intelligence studies, which is basically looking at the entire spectrum of technology companies in a given area. So for example, when we did the study of mobile manufacturing companies, at that stage there were some 35 manufacturers and assemblers for mobile phones and smartphones inside the country. We studied each one of them and where they were in the technology value chains vis-a-vis Pakistan and globally. And if we were to create an evaluation mechanism and the targets for the companies, what would they be? Similarly, for semiconductor design companies, because Pakistan generally has semiconductor design companies and PCB design companies in this space. So we studied all of the companies, some 10 or 12 of them, and also attracted these companies. Similarly, for fintech, for e-commerce and platform policy, we also did numerous studies. Market intelligence studies at STZA provide several benefits. First of all, we get to see who's who in the sector. And by finding out who's who in the sector, we are able to actually extend our market development efforts and reach out to these companies to attract them to the technology zones and to achieve incentives at STZA. Besides that, we are also able to influence our policy making in a way that our policy making is future ready and applicable to a majority of the populace. We also make sure that the policy making is not hurting any player in the market so that the technology sector develops evenly in the country. On occasion, the research aspect also focuses on due diligence. Due diligence is evaluating the applicant's credentials and making sure that the information provided is correct. This is on occasion done through our government partners, such as the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, the Federal Board of Revenue, PRAL, SBP, and others. We also are able to access proprietary databases and conduct due diligence efforts amongst others. I'd like to speak about some of our efforts on research on various technology sectors. Some of the technology sectors that STZA's research has focused on include mobile manufacturing, semiconductor design, technology platforms, fintech, e-commerce, data centers, and others. As explained previously, in mobile manufacturing, we studied how our neighboring countries moved up the value chain. We studied what policies they had. We looked at all of the players in Pakistan, besides, of course, looking at the policies that are in vogue in the country and what is needed to be done at STZA's level to make sure that the companies move up the value chain. Similarly, for semiconductor design, we identified that the aspects of semiconductor design, IP, PCB design, computer software, and others can be done in this sector. With a little bit of effort, outsourced assembly and testing can also be done in Pakistan. Future subjects to see would be advanced testing and someday in the future, fabrication of various aspects of the semiconductor value chain. Similarly, for technology platforms, there are a number of IT and ITES related technologies that combine the tech sector and traditional businesses. In this, we created a policy for technology platforms where various companies that wanted to establish technology platforms have to have their in-house development of IT software. They have to have a structure where their core traditional income is bifurcated from their technology-based income and several other criteria. Through this technology-based platform policy, we were able to attract several companies, notably in the e-commerce sector and also in the fintech sector. In the fintech sector, the world of fintech is very huge and in Pakistan quite established. In the fintech sector, we have so far licensed companies which are currently PSOs, PSPs, which are payment service operators and payment service providers, which are EMI, electronic money institutions, and others, such as ledger-based companies and informatics companies. Companies which are currently in the non-banking finance category are being studied for bringing into the licensing ambit of STZA in consultation with our other regulatory sister organizations. With respect to the fintech sector, we have so far licensed companies which are payment service operators and payment service providers, PSOs, PSPs. We have licensed electronic money institutions, wallet providers, digital ledger providers, essentially companies that provide some sort of technological value and whose income can be bifurcated from their traditional offerings.